Peter.
Little Luci Folden is the newest addition to the Folden family of 5 in Aberdeen, South Dakota. She is baby number 3 for her parents, Josie and Cody Folden, whose journey to her wasn't an easy one.
We had 9 miscarriages before Luci. We were told at one point that it just might not be in the cards for us, and then that was something that we had to think about too.
9 heartbreaking losses before Christmas of 2022, when the Foldens found out they were pregnant again.
Every week went on, and we were more cautiously optimistic, as we said every single time, cautiously optimistic. We loved the baby right away, obviously, and we're just trying to guard our hearts at the same time. And weeks went on, and she kept growing, and she stuck around, and we eventually got to the point where we are today, where we did get to bring a 3rd baby home.
Toward the later stages of what had been a difficult pregnancy, Josie wasn't feeling well, and doctors were concerned about preeclampsia and swelling around her brain. She was flown to Sioux Falls for more intensive care with Sanford Maternal-Fetal Medicine. In August of 2023, Luci was born 4 weeks early.
She was born 4 pounds, 5 ounces. She was perfectly healthy. She did fantastic. We got moved up to postpartum, and she started to fail her car seat tests because of some oxygen dips, and she was continuing to lose weight. And she got just barely under 4 pounds, and that's an automatic NICU.
Their nearly week-long stay in the NICU began, and that's where this story continues. See, it was the very same NICU where Josie spent her first days of life 28 years ago.
I was born with pneumonia and an underdeveloped diaphragm, and I tried to stop breathing. And so I was also flown here to Sioux Falls, to Sanford, and was in the NICU. When Luci got put into the NICU, my mom and I were talking about just like what it was like for me when I was a patient in the NICU, what they experienced, because I was asking so many questions, because who do you call but your parents, who also had a NICU baby?
Through some more conversation, Josie's parents shared some photos of their NICU care team back in 1995.
And some of the nurses overheard, and they said that there's some nurses who have been here longer than the 28 years.
One of them is neonatal nurse practitioner Deb Cones.
I came back into the room, they had this picture, and Luci's mom, Josie asked me, I think we have a picture of you taking care of me as a baby. And sure enough, it was.
Cones is pictured with Josie Folden as a baby and her mother 28 years ago.
It was hard to believe at first that they even kept the photo, and that they took the time to find the photo. That was pretty special.
It was a special full circle moment, something Cones says doesn't happen often at work.
I was fortunate to be able to care for both of them. It kind of makes you feel like, this has been a long, successful career.
My parents were told multiple times that I wouldn't survive. I was baptized in the hospital. They never thought I was coming home. And Deb, was part of that care that made sure that I got to come home and then someday have 3 babies of my own. And so it was really cool to just sit down with Deb and talk about those things, and talk about the difference that those type of people make. Those NICU nurses and those NICU doctors do more than they ever know.
The two are still connected through social media, where Josie shares photos of little Luci and her 2 older siblings, Addie and Ollie.
Special holidays or special events that the family has. It's just been fun to see her grow and thrive in those pictures.
Nurses are important to the Folden family. Beyond the NICU, Cones isn't their only connection to Sanford Health. You see, Dad Cody's twin sister, Ashley Baker, is a nurse at Sanford Medical Center in Bismarck, North Dakota.
And we found out we were pregnant at the same time. So the twins were both having babies at the same time, due about a month apart. She was a few days late, and Luci was a month early, so the babies are actually 15 hours apart. The twin boy had a girl, and the twin girl had a boy.
Leaving 2 Sanford Health families with a whole lot to celebrate.
It was worth trying for a 3rd, and well, here she is, one of my besties.
So now we have these cousins who are basically twins in age, who get to grow up together just like my husband and his twin got to grow up together, which I think is just super cool too. So all happened at Sanford.
For Sanford Health News,
Oh, do you see your blankie?
I'm Courtney Collins.
Do you know what that means? Are you gonna lay down?